2 years ago, we kept it running super with Redline Retirement Village. Last year, we made every trip super with Redline Holiday Park. This year, we're going back, way back to where it all began, to the most super 70s cop show ever invented. Introducing Redline Squad. Cue opening credits. We've actually been working on this concept for about 6 months, and we started thinking about oil, which is about reliability and longevity. And so that's why we came up with the platforms making it super since forever.
What I really love about this project is being able to start on it in its infancies in that first initial creative, and then working on it all of those months through obviously the production and the post-production, and then seeing that actually make the video. There's a lot of satisfaction being a part of this campaign.
The key for pulling off a campaign like this is we need to make sure that before we go into the shoot that we're very organised. Part of that for me was creating a 3D animatic. So basically I had somebody scan the location, and then I was able to simulate what the stunts would be so that everyone was on the same page, because a lot of these stunts we only had one crack at.
One of the great things about a Best Performing Oils campaign is the cast of characters. We've got our drivers, we've got Mighty Car Mods, Marty and Mook have been fantastic. We've got Al, we've got Woody, we've got Grant Danyeback, we've got Craig Lowndes, we've got Riley Norder, who came along for the first time. We've got Ryan Williams. Every year we try to add something new on top of the creative, and this year having the Inspired Unemployed Boys is really exciting, and they bring a whole new energy to the campaign. So Matt and Jack, who had great cop surnames, Ford and Steele, those guys were great to work with, and they were up for anything on the day, and the people of Kyogle loved them.
Welcome to the world of the 70s. So this year we've got about 60 wigs from the 70s, from mullets through to perms, afros, mega moustaches. We've got it. It's been an absolute treat.
Can I just say it's actually itchier than it looks? But you know, the scary part is that I actually like these pants, and I think I'll be taking them home.
Oh, look, I think the pants are definitely...
The pants are a winner.
We are revisiting Kyogle for such an amazing setup. We've brought it back to the 70s, and there are so many moving parts. We're down here in the main street of town, and some of the shots, it really feels like we're flying a drone around in the 70s, and that's something that is a little bit surreal too, looking down in such a new piece of technology, and we're seeing people in bell bottoms and really, really short shorts cruising around the streets. It's pretty spectacular.
Although Kyogle is a pretty nostalgic looking town, we did have to turn a lot of their already established buildings back in time to the 70s. We created an original Supercheap store using the original logos and mock-ups. This set that I'm in right now as well, this was just a bank office. All of this furniture's come in, all of the props has come in to take us back in time.
The beauty of Kyogle is that it still looks like it's in the 70s. No, Kyogle is a beautiful town. We love Kyogle, love the people. But it was actually an amazing location to film in. Probably one of the best that I've come across in terms of everywhere you looked. There was an interesting aesthetic, an interesting aspect of the location that allowed us to do cool things.
When I got that phone call and they said we're going to do a 70s style commercial, I actually thought, oh, that's just brilliant. Having a look around town on the weekend, seeing all these people dressed up in their 70s gear, it was just like a major flashback for me.
Biggest obstacle is obviously 70s vehicles, so trying to find cars that can do modern day stunts cool enough to compete with the ads that we've done in the past. We had to get really creative, and we've built that MX 911 Porsche drift car. We've used the hot rod because of its era specificness. We've prung the Penrite buggy back to the 70s. Then we've got the XY wagon that was already a 70s car and had been in a BPO, that was a no-brainer. And then we've introduced the Tirana.
So this year, our biggest obstacle is the public. We are finally shooting in a place that has to have traffic control, has to have pedestrian control, and shops and owners and people who are trying to have their businesses open while we're here.
So anytime there's like vehicle work, especially with a lot of vehicles, it's paramount that you have to have a safe set. And when you're doing it on public roads, crowd control is probably the biggest thing. We're all using professionals today. Everyone can drive the cars, can drive really, really well. We implement so many things to make sure that it is safe.
There's been upwards of 200 people that we've had to control, finding safe zones for them and finding viewing places so they could continue to watch and participate and see the action. We've taken up a whole block of downtown Kyogle. We're shooting upwards of 4 cameras at once, and those cameras are all seeing potentially 270 degrees. So each of those cameras has to see period 70s cars, extras dressed in 70s wardrobe. Once that's all set, we have everyone light into a lockdown position. We call for the rolling of the cameras, and then I call 3, 2, 1 action, and chaos ensues.
3, 2, 1, action.
Today I'm doing various jobs from running in the car doors to driving vehicles, just an all be wherever I need to be if there's a stunt going on. The public has been awesome. It's actually been quite refreshing, especially when you come from like a feature film sort of deal where the public can't interact with anything we do. I can tell you that the people from Kyogle, they seem to love everything that we're doing over here in the last 3 days.
I had a couple come up and ask if they could sign up to be in the production. They're so excited by it, yep. Because it's not every day you got cars ripping massive skids down the main street of a town.
It's so cool, and that's what I love about these Supercheap Auto Best Performing Oils campaigns. They take it to the next level. Everything's big, everything's wild. You got all sorts of celebrities coming in to do their cool stuff, and then they invited us as well.
I have brought along, or Nathan has brought along his 45 Series Land Cruiser Ute. It's a pretty tough old rig. It's actually powered by a 350 Chev motor, so it's a tough old rig. It doesn't sound as tough as the Tirana.
I would say my favorite part is just when you've just got to get the shot. Time is precious, and then you hit it. It's all on, it's all action, it's awesome.
A big part of the secret to our success is that we have a continuity of crew all through the 5 campaigns that I've worked on. I've got the same cinematographer, the same art director, the same first assistant director, Imogen at Taxi, the production company. There are a bunch of other crew that have travelled all the way through as well. They're the real reason that we succeed, the amount of work that they do and make me look good. Reese Moja from Supercheap. I've never met a client that knows his audience better. The amount of work that he puts in to making these campaigns a success is quite inspiring. They have so much trust in what we're doing, and let's face it, who gets to make ads like this anymore?
I just want to say thank you, Supercheap, for once again going above and beyond and putting on an awesome ad. Every year it gets better and better, and the cars this year, there's so many toughies just in the street. Seeing Kyogle packed streets with Kingswoods, Fairlanes, there's a Mazda 1300 down there. It's epic.
It goes without saying that this campaign wouldn't be possible without the support of our amazing partners. So a big thank you to Castrol, Mulon, Penrite, Mobil, and Valvoline, and also our filtration partners as well, looking after oil filters, air filters, cabin filters, etc. Ryco and K&M. So a big thank you to those guys. If they weren't supportive, if they weren't on board with this campaign wouldn't happen.
That is a wrap on Supercheap 2025. Thank you very much, everybody.